Hello and welcome back to another video on Life Afloat. You join me at Grafton Regis on a beautiful sunny day. Today's job is to attempt to change the thermostat on the boat engine and hopefully solve my overheating problem so that I can move on from here, because I've been here for 2 weeks at the weekend, so I need to get cracking and get that sorted so that I can move on and not overstay. So I thought I'd attempt to video that for you. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to record actually what I'm doing inside the engine bilge, but I'll attempt to show you as best as I can. But hopefully you'll find it interesting, and hopefully I'll be able to solve my engine overheating problem. The neighbours are there just enjoying a bit of sunshine. Right, so obviously what I need to do first is get to the engine, which is obviously under these floorboards. So I need to take out my generator. That there is the floorboard which just covers the battery bank there. And I've got some mooring pins and stuff laying down there and an old t-shirt which I use for a rag. So I need to clear all that out, lift those boards up, and then I can climb on down into the engine. Right, so I've taken out the things from the engine room and I've actually removed just one board. I'm sort of sitting on the other one at the moment. I don't think I need to take it out because I'll show you I can access what I believe to be the thermostat housing from up here. So let me just show you. Right, so here I am sat on the other engine board, and then down here, where are we? I believe this, I don't know if you can see, I hope the lighting's alright, it's quite tricky to record this. This tube here, this pipe goes down into the thermostat housing just there, so I need to take that off. Rather worryingly, on the thermostat housing, which is this here, this thing, there's this connector which has nothing connected to it, which is a bit odd. I've just discovered that, but there's no like connectors that are loose within reach of it. I have got a loose connector that I've got no idea what it's for, but it's the wrong shape for that and it doesn't quite reach, so it's not that. But I'm just wondering if that's anything to do with the overheating. I'm struggling to see where I can drain the coolant from. I might have to drain it from the bottom of the skin tank because that's the lowest point, so hopefully the coolant will drain down past the level of the thermostat then, so that when I take the thermostat off it's not going to leak a load of coolant all over the place, because I've got to try and get a bowl in as well to catch it, and there's not really any space to do that. There's a bit of coolant in the expansion tank, just a small amount, so I suppose if I see that disappear when I'm draining it, I'll know that it's going down. But I don't know how much to take out. I might just drain it all out and then just replace it all. I might as well do a complete coolant change really, because I don't know how old the coolant is, or how much of it is actual coolant and not water. So I think that's what I'm just going to do, just drain the whole lot out, to be honest. So I've just taken a quick stop from working on the thermostat at the minute, because I've noticed that the shape of the housing where the gasket is that I've be removing, it's a different shape to the gaskets that have been supplied with the thermostat, which is quite irritating because it means that maybe the thermostat is the wrong one. So yeah, I'm a bit frustrated about that. I've just been looking again online and I still can't find anything, so what I'm going to do, I think, is remove the thermostat housing, because the actual thermostat might still fit. It might just be the housing that's a different sort of shape on the outside, but the inside where the thermostat sits might be the same size. So I'm going to give that a go. If it is, I'll put the new thermostat in and see if I can save the old gasket that's on there and just put that back in its place again. But it's a bit of a faff, a bit of a to do, but there we go. I'll just see how I get on. Right, still not having much luck draining any coolant out. The coolant, the what do you call it, the hose, that's the word I'm looking for, the hose at the bottom of the skin tank. I can't get anything under there to catch any coolant, and if I take it off I think it's absolutely going to just gush out really, really quickly. So what I've decided to do is just put a few towels underneath the thermostat housing, and just slowly loosen that, and then obviously it's going to drain out through there, and hopefully the towels will catch most of it. I can't fit a pot or anything underneath there, so it's a bit of a stick a few towels under there and hope it doesn't make too much of a mess sort of a situation really. But that's what I'm going to do. So I mean, I'm not going to be able to video me actually undoing it because I can't hold my camera in there, my phone in there whilst I'm undoing the bolts. So I'm just going to have to do that and then get back to you. But I've sprayed the bolts with some WD-40. It's been soaking in there for about 5 minutes, so hopefully they won't be too difficult to undo. And well, I'm just going to crack on and do that now really. Right, so I have loosened the 3 nuts. There's one there, and one around the other side. And you can see the coolant is just trickling out. I've got a couple of towels underneath to try and catch most of it. And underneath the engine, I've managed to fit a washing up bowl. So hopefully that will catch the majority of it, and I won't have a big puddle underneath the engine. And then I can dispose of that properly once it's all drained. I'm not going to loosen these anymore at the moment because I don't know how much pressure is behind there. So what I don't want is for you know, to release it and then it goes absolutely gushing out everywhere and make a right mess. So I'm just going to let it trickle out until eventually it's not coming out anymore, and then we'll go from there. Right, so as you can see, I've now disconnected this part completely. There's no thermostat in there, which got me a bit alarmed initially, but I mean, this whole item here is the thermostat housing, and there's a bolt here and another one around the other side, just in there, which would be about the right sort of size and shape for the gasket that came with the thermostat. So that leads me to believe that perhaps the thermostat is under this bit here if I take this off. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop that back on. Well, actually, I'll leave it off for now, but I'm going to disconnect this, undo these 2 bolts, and just have a little look in there and see if the thermostat is perhaps in here somewhere. Hopefully it is. So I've just loosened off these 2 bolts, so I'm going to take them out and then just see what's behind there. Hopefully it's a thermostat. I'm hoping that there's no like excessive pressure behind it. Nothing leaking out, but you can see here around the old gasket they've used like that sort of squirty stuff you get in the tube, that sort of squirty gasket. It's a bit like silicone. They've put that around there as well. So it's obviously going to be, this sort of housing bit is going to be a bit stuck on with that. There we go. Let's just see if that... Yeah, there's no movement in that whatsoever, so I need 2 hands for this, bear with me. Okay, so this gasket here is the same shape and size as the one that's come with the thermostat, so this is the right sort of area that I'm in. This is where the thermostat should be. However, there is no thermostat in there, and in this part I can't get the camera around to show you because it's quite restricted access, but in this part there's no thermostat either. So what on earth is going on? I have no idea. I'm going to have to leave it there. I think there's not much more I can do. Like, should I put a thermostat in there? Should it not have a thermostat? Why would it not have a thermostat? I don't know. If anyone has any ideas, please do comment below, because this is really confusing. So, as you can see, just from what I've shown you, I can't do any more than that today. There's no thermostat in there, where I'm pretty sure there should be, or that's where it goes if it's supposed to have one. I thought all engines had one. Could it have been removed when it was marinarised, as this is the engine out of a Ford Escort. Yeah, it's a car engine that's been converted. I wouldn't have thought they'd remove the thermostat, but there's certainly not one in there. Very bizarre. Please do comment if you've got any ideas. I'd appreciate that. I think I need a bit of advice on this one. But anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully I'll be able to do a video in the near future with this actually solved, so that we can carry on cruising and I can get some nice cruising footage for you. But take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.